Peace, y'all. So, I was out earlier and I was going to get on here and make a video, but I don't know. When I'm out, it's like I just want to be present and in the moment. I really don't be wanting to do content. You know what I'm saying? Um, but anyway, so I wanted to come on here and say this to y'all. The person that you strive to be is only attainable when and if you change your mindset, and not only your mindset, but you change the environment that you subject yourself to. Because it is very easy to say, oh, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. That's great. You know what I'm saying? You're putting it out there to the universe. But what is going to make that tangible or make that real is putting in the work in your thought pattern, changing how you think, removing that lack mindset. Because I realized that a lot of people have problems manifesting their desires simply because something in them still feels like they're not deserving of that thing that they're trying to manifest. So, working on your mind, and when you start thinking certain things, when you start feeling those thoughts of lack or feeling like you're not worthy of something, that is where you don't try to remove that right then and there. What you do is you take a second and you think to yourself, where did this thought stem from? Where did this come from? When did I start thinking like this? What triggered this? What programmed me to feel like I am not worthy of XYZ? Okay. This is how you knock things out that are no longer serving you. Okay? Because you looking at yourself like you are not worthy of certain things, like the next person is better than you, or you see why they got XYZ and why you didn't get it. Like, you really have to take account on your thinking, your thought patterns. And another thing is, again, and I keep saying this, and I'm gonna keep saying it, okay? Because you need to hear it. I do too. But these people you're connected to, they are creating that program in your mind as well. Okay, they are creating your thinking pattern as well. It's not just you. Because someone, just think if you're around somebody, right? And you like, yeah, I'm gonna get XYZ job, or I'm gonna have XYZ career, or whatever it is. Maybe like, what? No, you better start thinking about XYZ and go on and do that, because that ain't you. That ain't you. You know what I'm saying? You have those negative Nancys, the naysayers, that you allow in your intimate space. And when I say intimate space, I'm not talking about sexual. I'm talking about in your proximity of your auric field, okay? You're letting them in, and you're opening the door to let their thoughts of you plant a seed in you, okay? So it is very important to clean house, baby. Clean house. Get them people out the way, okay? And it doesn't have to be like a situation to where they're even saying those things. It could be people that are constantly saying, oh, well, I'm gonna do such and such. I need to do da da da. Or, I can't afford XYZ. I can't do XYZ. You're listening to these people. So you're operating unintentionally on their frequency, because you are channeled into their thoughts and what they're saying. And it's resonating with you, believe it or not, on some level. Okay? These people are attachments. They're attachments, and you'll never be free unless you free yourself of those attachments. Now, when it comes to your babies, I'm going to tell you, that's a different type of attachment. That baby chose you and you chose that baby to learn something from, to help equip you with something to help get you to the next level. So that's a different attachment. But when it comes to any and everybody else, that's completely different. That is completely voluntary. Let me say it like that. Okay. But in all honesty, you have to sever those ties, cut those cords. Because a lot of the time, we still hold on to childhood people, people we went to school with, or people that were close to the family, or certain cousins, because they are family, or whatever. But these are attachments that are no longer serving you, and a lot of time they ain't even serving themselves. So you can love people from a distance. You can release people with love. Okay? And once you get yourself to where you need to be, then sometimes you can open the door and revisit those situations, only if those people are in alignment or actively trying to attain that level of frequency that you are resonating with. Okay? Sometimes, we have roommates that are draining us because we are in that shared space. So just know, it don't have to be any hostility going on to let people go. But you have to release people with love, because it's necessary for you to reach your full potential. That's all I got. Peace.